Did you know that your smartphone could literally be shrinking your brain? No, this isn't a conspiracy, it's science. And it's happening right now. Right now, in your hands, in your pocket, or sitting quietly on the desk beside you. A device, smaller than a notebook, is reshaping the very architecture of your mind. It doesn't matter if you use it for work, for pleasure, for connection, or for curiosity. Every glance at the screen, every swipe, every notification, every moment lost in its glowing light, leaves an invisible mark on your brain. Your neurons, the very essence of your thoughts, memories, and focus, are being rewired. Not overnight, not with a sudden jolt, but slowly, silently, day after day, month after month, year after year. Scientists have begun to see the evidence: shrinking gray matter, thinning cortices, weakening neural connections, changes that were once thought to occur only with age, disease, or trauma, now showing up in people barely past their teenage years. You won't feel it happening. There are no warning signs, no alarms, no pain, just a growing inability to focus. A memory that seems foggier than before. A mind that feels scattered, restless, craving the next hit of stimulation, but unable to hold a single deep thought for long. By the time you notice, it may already be too late. In this documentary, we pull back the curtain. We expose the hidden ways smartphones are not just changing culture. They are physically changing us, reshaping the human brain itself. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey, you'll never look at your phone, or your mind, the same way again. Stick with me, because by the end of this journey, you'll understand exactly how smartphones are rewiring your mind, how they chip away at your memory, how they fracture your attention span, how they physically alter the structure of your brain. We'll dive deep into the science, the groundbreaking studies that reveal the hidden cost of our constant connection. You'll hear from leading neuroscientists, see real brain scans, and discover the subtle, silent changes happening inside your head right now. But more importantly, you'll learn how to fight back, how to reclaim your focus, how to protect the most powerful tool you'll ever own, your mind. This is a battle for your brain, and it starts here. Every year, global smartphone usage climbs higher, and so does the rate of attention disorders, anxiety, even early signs of cognitive decline. We shrug it off, blame it on busy lives, on modern stress, on information overload. But the truth runs deeper, much deeper. Today, people can't drive for 5 minutes without reaching for their phones, texting, scrolling, unable to resist the pull. We take them into bed with us, fall asleep to their glow, wake up to their buzz. Our children, born into a world of endless pings and flashing screens, are growing up with shorter attention spans than ever recorded in human history. But what's really happening? Inside your brain, every tap, every scroll, every notification triggers tiny chemical reactions, dopamine bursts, micro rewards that condition the brain to crave more and more. Over time, your brain doesn't just adapt, it transforms, shrinking regions responsible for focus, memory, and emotional regulation. This isn't just a change in behavior, it's a biological rewiring, a structural reshaping of the organ that makes you, you. And the most terrifying part? Most of us never even notice it's happening, until it's too late. Inside your head, something invisible is happening. Each swipe, each buzz, triggers a flash of activity, neurons firing, dopamine flooding the reward circuits. But over time, these bursts come at a cost. Research now shows that heavy smartphone use leads to a decrease in gray matter volume, the very region responsible for processing information, controlling emotions, and making decisions. Gray matter is where your higher thinking lives, where memory is stitched together, where imagination is born, and it's shrinking. Attention spans are collapsing. Once, the average human could focus on a task for 12 seconds. Today, studies show it's fallen to just 8 seconds, shorter than the attention span of a goldfish. We're losing the ability to stay present, to think deeply, to resist distraction. Constant notifications attack the prefrontal cortex, the brain's command center for focus, planning, and impulse control. When it's overwhelmed, you can't think clearly. You can't plan long-term. You can't form solid memories. Instead, your brain becomes trapped in short loops of craving, scrolling, seeking the next hit of stimulation. In the quest for connection, we are disconnecting from ourselves. Hidden behind every swipe, every tap, is a powerful chemical reaction. Each time you check your phone, your brain releases a tiny burst of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. It feels good. A like, a comment, a notification, a small hit of happiness. But what seems harmless is anything but accidental. Apps are not built for convenience. They are engineered, designed with precision to hijack your brain's reward system. In fact, they work much like a casino slot machine. Unpredictable rewards, random dopamine hits. You don't know when the next win will come, and that uncertainty is what keeps you hooked. It's called a variable reward schedule, the most addictive pattern known to behavioral psychology. Over time, this constant stimulation rewires your brain's natural reward system. Real-world achievements, finishing a big project, reaching a goal, meaningful conversations, begin to feel less satisfying. Your brain starts craving the easy highs, and the real, meaningful experiences of life, they start to lose their shine. Without realizing it, we are training our minds to prefer illusions over reality. In a world where knowledge is a tap away, what happens to the mind that no longer needs to remember? Smartphones have become our external memory storage. Why memorize directions, phone numbers, even simple facts, when a search engine can answer in seconds? It's called the Google effect, a cognitive phenomenon, where our brains choose not to retain information, because they know it's easily accessible elsewhere. Instead of strengthening neural pathways, we outsource our thinking. And when we don't exercise memory, it weakens. Scientific studies show that regions like the hippocampus, critical for forming and storing memories, become understimulated. Over time, this underuse can lead to long-term memory decline, not just forgetfulness, but real cognitive damage, affecting how we learn, how we create, even how we imagine. We aren't just losing information, we are losing the very ability to think deeply. We've seen the symptoms, the short attention spans, the fading memories, but now, science shows, the damage goes deeper, much deeper. MRI scans of heavy smartphone users reveal measurable physical changes in brain structure. The prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and social behavior, shows visible shrinkage. So does the hippocampus, the core of memory formation and learning. These are not small changes, they are profound. Shrinkage in these regions can cause emotional instability, impulsive behavior, difficulty regulating thoughts, and even long-term cognitive decline. In simple terms, the more dependent we become on smartphones, the more we erode the very brain functions that make us human. Decision-making weakens, emotional resilience fades, creativity dims. Bit by bit, screen by screen, we are trading vibrant minds for fleeting dopamine. If all of this sounds alarming for adults, it's even more devastating for the young. Children and teenagers, with still developing brains, are the most vulnerable of all. Neurologists warn, early and excessive exposure to smartphones and tablets can stunt emotional intelligence, creativity, and intellectual growth. Instead of building focus, they are training their minds to crave constant stimulation. Instead of learning patience and deep thinking, they are rewiring for instant gratification and fractured attention spans. The earlier the exposure, the higher the risk of permanent cognitive changes. What was once seen as harmless entertainment is now emerging as a hidden threat to the next generation's future. Mental health experts predict a surge in anxiety, depression, and learning disorders, a crisis fueled by screen dependency, a silent epidemic already unfolding before our eyes, and if we don't act soon, the damage may be irreversible. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but here's the truth. Your brain is not broken. The human brain is plastic, which means it can rebuild, it can rewire, it can heal. By taking small, deliberate actions, you can reverse much of the damage. Start simple. Create phone-free mornings, delay that first dopamine hit, schedule your screen time, set boundaries, make your phone work for you, not the other way around. Practice mindfulness, meditate, train your brain to savor the silence again. Engage in deep focus exercises, challenge your mind with activities that demand attention, like reading, writing, or solving complex problems, and perhaps the most powerful tool of all, the digital detox. Even a single 24-hour break can reboot your mind. Studies show that even short detoxes boost memory, sharpen focus, and improve emotional well-being. You are not powerless. You can reclaim your mind, you can rebuild your brain, and it starts with a single choice. Smartphones are powerful tools, but when left unchecked, they become powerful over us. Understanding the risks is the first step. Taking control is the second. Your mind, your memory, your ability to live fully, they all depend on it. You deserve a brain that's sharp, a mind that's clear, a life that's truly yours. Have you noticed your own focus slipping? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. If this video opened your eyes, tap that like button. Share it with someone you care about, someone who might need to hear this too. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insight that could change the way you live and think forever.